years in the corporate world, I figured out something. It's not cracked up to be what everyone thinks it is, okay? I started at the bottom of the company. I worked my way to the top during that career, and near the end of my career, I was working 7 days a week, and I was averaging 65 to 75 hours a week. I was a puppet on a string. They tell you when to come in, they tell you when to go home, they tell you when you go on vacation, okay? And I didn't know any different because I was a puppet. I was inside a box. And that's what it turned into working 30 years in the corporate world, okay? But I enjoyed doing what I was doing. Had a good lifestyle. I was one of the highest paid employees at our company. Company car, expense account, got to do all the fun stuff, entertain clients, to concerts, professional events and stuff like that. But it was a very stressful job. I controlled or I oversaw 25 salespeople, truck drivers, weekend merchandisers, and the company I worked for was Anheuser-Busch. So it was an okay job. Well, when I was introduced to this product, it was actually 7 years ago in Charlotte, North Carolina. The gentleman that introduced me to this product, his name's John D. Phillips. He's managing partner of Wall Street Capital in Charlotte. Now, folks, this is a very huge financial firm, and this guy's worth millions of dollars. So when I walked into his office and I saw the Vemma product on his desk, I'm like thinking, you know, what's this all about? I mean, here's a guy that's, I mean, he's in a 4-story building, 225 employees, and he owns the building, okay, him and his firm. And what in the world is this little liquid vitamin mineral supplement doing in his office? Well, he was real excited about it because him and his family had been on the product for a couple months, and they got results off the product. So he was evaluating the product, trying to decide, you know, about starting a business. So that's basically when I walked into his office, and so we started talking about it. And I was not interested in doing one of these type businesses at the time, and that's the last thing I told him that day when I left his office. It was on Thursday afternoon that I'll drink the product and hopefully I'll get results like you're telling me your family got, and I'll just keep drinking the product, but I did not want to do the business. Well, the first day I drank the product, I got results. My younger daughter got results. And what type of results did we get by drinking the product? It was an extra energy. It was a mental clarity. It was like you could focus better. And it was a just I feel good well-being. I mean, it's like you got out of bed on the right side of bed that day. That's what it did for me. But I didn't realize it. It wasn't until my daughter, come on in. It wasn't until my daughter came in from school that afternoon, and she was telling me how she felt. And everything I just described to you was what she described to me. So it made me think, you know, it was the stuff we drank this morning. This is a great product. And so my attitude toward this product and company changed real quick. I started seeing money signs, okay? Even though I was working 7 days a week, 65, 75 hours a week, wasn't interested in a home-based business because I didn't have time in my life, folks, okay? I was a single dad raising 2 teenage daughters at the time. But when I saw the money signs, I figured out a way to, in the cracks of my life, work a couple hours in a week's time, sharing this product with people. So I'm telling my financial advisor on Friday afternoon about, well, man, I don't have much time to do this. He said, well, I'll tell you what, invite a few of your friends to your house on Monday night, and I'm going to come up and we'll let them taste the product, and we will watch a DVD, and then we'll give them some product to take home, and then we'll see what happens. I said, oh, okay, I can do that. Folks, this is how I started a multi-million-dollar business 7 years ago. In my living room was 6 people. I had 6 of my friends in my house, and I did exactly what we just did. We watched the video, we're getting ready to taste the product, and then send the product home, brochure or something like that. And that's how it started. Well, all 6 said, well, yeah, we're excited about this. We've never heard of it, and we certainly need to make some money, so they bought what we call a $500 builder package. And what that is you get product for your money, and that's product you drink and you share it with your friends. That's how I started my business. I didn't have the money to do it. I put it on a credit card, okay? Because I knew I had 30 days to make a payment on a credit card. So I put it on my credit card. I had enough belief in me, enough belief in the company and product that this stuff worked, that I'd get my money back. And that's how I started my business, was simply to make my $500 back. And then my goal was to make $300 extra in a month, okay? So that's how I started my business. After a couple days of me sharing this product with my friends, those 6 people, well, a couple of them got results like I did. So they're talking to someone at work, or talking to a neighbor, or talking to a friend. And now all of a sudden we had 3 or 4 people that week wanted to buy the product. Okay, when you order the product the first time, place an order on the website, you get a tracking number in the computer. And then if you tell someone, that number is linked to you, or that person's number whose number is linked to each other, all the way back up to me, back up to the company. And everyone makes money. I mean, simple formula, okay? Well, this thing kept growing day after day. I had 3 or 4 people sharing it every other day with someone. Now we were having, 4 or 5 people come in a week, and then the following week we had maybe 10 people. Just people ordering products, all we're doing. Ordering product just to drink it, okay? It kept getting bigger and bigger. After about a month, we had 100 and some people that's ordering this product. And now, all of a sudden, we have people of all ages, up in their 80s, drinking the product. And what this did was, a lot of people that were drinking this product had health issues. Older people have health issues. If you're over 40 years old, there's something wrong with you. I guarantee you, I don't care who. You have aches and pains, you have arthritis, migraine headaches, something, you're going to feel some type of pain, okay? Well, we started getting amazing results from this product with older people in their 60s and 70s as far as aches and pains just quit hurting. Fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, it just started disappearing. And I'm not up here saying this cures anything. It doesn't cure anything. What this does, when you drink this product, it's 98% absorbable in your system to your organs. So as soon as you drink it, your body soaks it up like a sponge. It's getting all the vitamins and minerals your body needs, so your body's going to react different when you're feeding it the right nutrients. We have clinical studies on this product that proves that. And if you want to see them, we can pull it up on the website. And folks, clinical studies is the real deal. Okay, these are third-party clinical studies. Well, anyway, the business started growing right outside of Charlotte, slowly, a couple people at a time, and then it got into the fact it started compounding a little bit. When people start making money, people start talking. And guess what? Just because you ordered a product, you got that tracking number. Anybody under you that tells anybody they are under you, okay? It keeps getting bigger and bigger. Well, this went on for 7 months. I lost my job with Anheuser-Busch after 30 years of that corporation. And they just started cutting, and I was at the top of the ladder, right at the top of the totem pole, so I got cut. And after I kept sharing the product with people, one person at a time, I brought a few more people in, and it kept growing and growing. And then I started making about $300 a week, which was a lot to me. And my first initial goal was to make $300 in a month. Well, that kept growing and growing. Now all of a sudden, I had 5 or 6 people that were making $300 and $400 a week. Okay, and then they had people making money. It kept growing and growing, one person at a time. It is so simple how this works. And after 1.5 years of doing that, that little part-time business that I started with my 6 friends matched the income that took 30 years to do at Anheuser-Busch, okay? Now remember, I didn't have time when I started, but I worked this in through the cracks of my life on a weekly basis. And I'm not talking about filling up the cracks, I'm talking about minuscule time in the beginning. But believe it or not, the more money you start making, you find more time. You kind of adjust what warrants time. If you make a lot of money over here, putting less time, well, you go to where the less time is with the most money, right? So that's what started happening. And kind of fast forward a little bit, those 6 people that I started with 7 years ago in my living room has turned into a multi-million-dollar business around the world. Top line revenue, $10 million last year. Over 65,000 people around the world, 17 countries, every single state in the U.S. buys product that goes through my distributorship, and it keeps expanding and expanding. Even through these bad economic times, my paycheck has gone up, okay? And the neat thing is, it has awarded me to be able to do things in my lifetime that I've never done in the whole 30 years when I was in the corporate world. I'm talking about giving a lot of money to charities, okay? A lot of money. I'm talking about giving me a lot of money. Like buying little presents, you know, like buying an oceanfront condominium, Myrtle Beach. That was something, that was one of my that was my biggest dream way back then, other than working for myself, getting out of the corporate world. Well, you know, they took care of that for me. So the first major thing that I did, well, I don't know, I bought a BMW way back then. That was a little gift. And then, let's see, for my daughter graduated from Appalachian State. I gave her, for a Christmas present, bought her a brand new BMW. Then one of my other daughters, I bought them a Kia Sorento. Those are just little things that I could do. And I wrote checks to pay for them. I didn't borrow any money. And then I guess my big initial thing I bought for myself was a condo, oceanfront. You know, $400,000 condo on Myrtle Beach, okay? And guess what? I don't even hardly stay there. But I can go there anytime I want. You know, I do go about once a month. But see, I do so much traveling around the United States, it's no big deal to me now. I stay in nice hotels when I'm out on the West Coast or Arizona or Seattle or whatever. What about a diamond watch? I mean, this is something else I wanted. I have not wore a watch in 10 years, and I said, you know, it's time to buy me a Rolex watch, diamond studded, you know, $22,000 watch. I paid cash for it, folks. Didn't even miss it. So, and I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm just telling you, this is something you can do. I don't care if every single one of you in here can do what I've done, okay? The only thing I've done is, Levante, come here a second. Desmond. This is how simple this is. Now, I don't know anyone in here. I know quite a few people now, but just say, these are 2 of my friends from North Carolina, which we're role playing here. They're not from North Carolina, they're from here. But these are 2 of my friends that I introduced. I got Desmond on to take Vemma, okay? And I got Levante. I signed him up on my website, and he bought Vemma. Just to evaluate it. They don't know what they're going to do, but they both decided they're going to do a business. So what did Levante do? What did you do? You did what I did. You went and found you 2 people, right? And Desmond did the same, okay? And that's where all you guys came from, okay? Well, guess what? Everyone in here came from one person that I signed up a few years ago. I signed up my best friend, put him on the product. He didn't want to do the business. He was a traditional business owner. He owned 2 car dealerships, had 25 employees. He was making real good money, and he thought he was making good money. And so I put him on the product, and I had to beg him to get on the product. My best friend, I begged him, and he about didn't do it, but I talked him into it, and I didn't use those exact words, but you know, we were good friends, so I could talk to him when I wanted to. He got on the product, drank it for 1.5 years. Well, guess what? After a month, his wife got amazing results. She had sleepless leg syndrome. She was kicking and all night long for years. So that helped her legs. So they were really sold on the product. And then that magazine article Levante showed you, he called me up in December, and Success Magazine had the photographers at my house, and they were interviewing me.